You're watching Business Equity and Opportunities. Allison Barber is not only the president and COO of the Indiana Fever, she's also chair of the board of trustees at the Sagamore Institute, well known for connecting ideas with leaders who can make them reality. For example, using the NBA All-Star Game to showcase Indiana minority businesses.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. This Week in Business.
When you think about basketball and the game, it's one place that brings people together, and it's a great community. And so we bring people together who are fans of the game, athletes in the game, owners of the teams, and business and media partners that make this come to life. And it's a wonderful platform for us to say, the game is so important and exciting, but how do we pivot the game into good? And that's really what we're doing here in Indiana in a lot of different areas.
The All-Star Game creates a great venue for people coming from all walks of life. I like to think of it as disparate stakeholders coming from cross sectors. So they could be people in the nonprofit world, it could be, foundations, investors, entrepreneurs, folks in sports tech, of course, with the All-Star Game. But the real magic happens when you get all of those people in one place at one time, talking about how can we establish more intentional connectivity to help young entrepreneurs get access to capital, get access to new customers or customers to test or beta products. And it's really the All-Star Game creates a unique opportunity. Everyone loves to be around, the celebrities, right? The NBA All-Star players. And you have other well-known folks that converge on events like this. And so I think when you get those people in one place at one time, that's where the magic happens.
From what I see as someone who's not from Indiana, is the events like this are the right things, right? I think having a diverse room of individuals, of people who may be in need of the advice, but definitely being in a room of people who have the advice and sometimes don't know how and where to give it, I think you're on the right track, right? I think the best thing that happens in cities all around the country is just to make sure that there's a spirit of intentionality, right? Where everyone is in a room, be very intentional about the needs, the asks, the opportunities, and the successes, and making sure that there's a takeaway, right? I always talk about not everyone has the same amount to give, but everyone has something to give. And whatever it is that you can give will be very beneficial to building the right ecosystem in places like Indianapolis.
No, I think it's been awesome. I mean, you see the engagement from stakeholders, startup founders, the banking industry, investors, representatives, the whole ecosystem that needs to really come together to create opportunities and change. But in the same environment, it's an outstanding opportunity, for all involved, and it's been great being a part of it.
When you look at putting together an all-star activity like this, 400 volunteers from Indianapolis coming together, people feel that energy, and it's attractive. And so I think the more we highlight our opportunities in the space of diversity, especially, that says sport is great, but look what we're doing for small businesses that we're highlighting throughout the city this weekend. We're packing meals for the homeless, 1 million meals. We're doing a 24-hour meal packing. You've probably been there already. So we're doing all of these activities that demonstrate to the 150,000 visitors to our city this weekend. We're showing that Indiana cares about individuals, and we do it in big ways.
What I hope happens when all the All-Star people go home, that they will leave Indianapolis or they'll leave Indiana, go back to wherever their hometowns are, and think, wow, I just had an amazing experience. Maybe it's their first time in Indianapolis, in Indiana. And they go home and think, wow, that was an amazing experience. But not only an amazing experience, but they met incredible people who want to help, right? Who are humble, but also some of the best innovators in the world. And that they will tell their friends and their family about it, and other people they do business with. And it's like a snowball effect, right? And so the more people that become aware of all the incredible things, the innovation that's happening here in Indianapolis and Indiana, that they will want to start their businesses here, or they'll want to come work for a company here, or maybe they want to live here because of the lifestyle and the cost of living, and they can always jump on a plane and do a 4-hour direct flight to the mountains or to the ocean.
I'm so proud of our city and how we come together. We just heard from the commissioner of the NBA, and he said when he goes to other cities, it's work, work, work. When he comes to Indiana, we take time to break bread together. We have a meal with him. We spend time together. And he said it's unique. And when you look at what's happening across all of our sports teams, that we all come together around this moment, it makes me proud of our city in the big way, but it really makes me enthusiastic and hopeful and very optimistic about the future of our city and state when you see that individuals care about our joint success. And so whether it's in the business space or in the community volunteering space or in creating this amazing, spectacular event of basketball at its best, individuals care and not just companies, and that gives us great hope.
This Week in Business is made possible by InnoPower.